Coming at you from the OLR podcast studio.
It's really more of a basement.
Coming to you from the OLR basement studio.
But it's still a podcast.
Coming to you from the podcast basement studio.
Yeah, but you still need to say OLR.
Coming to you from the OLR podcast basement studio.
Oh, that's way too many words.
Coming at you.
That's not enough. You still need to say OLR.
Let's just start. It's OLR. There it is.
Good evening and welcome to the Father's Day edition of the One Lane Road podcast here on the 20th of June, 2021. It is 6:20 in the p.m. and it is hotter than three hells.
Oh, it's hot as shit in here. I turned the air conditioner on about 3 minutes ago and it didn't have an opportunity to do anything.
Well, you just didn't think this situation through about the studio for summertime.
Here's the thing. I forgot it gets so hot in here.
It gets
This
hot.
is really the first summer that we've spent in here. Something's gonna have to give.
I like podcasts. I like the hell out of it.
Yeah,
Boy,
Not in this.
this is miserable.
yeah.
This is miserable.
It's
So,
not helping your allergies one bit being this hot.
allergies are dumb. I woke up. I look like my left side of my face has been with Willie Nelson and Snoop Dogg all day. It's just
you look high as shit.
I look just high.
Half of you.
It's my. I was just telling you, it's my cornhole bags. I touch my cornhole bags, and they're just so nasty and dusty and moldy or something.
It'll give you pink eye if you touch that cornhole too much.
I don't know what happened, but last night we were playing, and I said I'm not going to play. Last time I played them, and I sneezed for 2 hours straight, and sure enough, I touched those bags for 15 minutes. My night was ruined. Took a shower, hoping to wipe it off. I went out and slept in good cold air conditioning, and woke up this morning, eyes still all jacked up. Then I weed eated on top of that because that's smart.
not good for it.
Well, I was about a week behind on weed eating. I thought, hell, I got to do it.
Yeah.
Got to do it, and then
If you want that yard to look good, you got to do the weight eating.
yeah, and it needed it. I was behind, so yeah, I'm miserable. I'm miserable right now, and then it gets hot. That
Yeah.
just, exasperates the situation. I wonder if Thad Johnson knows what that word means,
Exasperates.
because I said a word the other day on the Matt Rogers interview, and he
Text you and ask you what it was.
well, he poked with the bear a little bit. He was trying to make fun of me, saying I didn't.
You didn't know?
Like I didn't know what the word meant. I'm not Lucas Hickman vocabulary, but I also know some words.
Uh-huh.
That's like, I ain't gonna lie, I Googled it.
That's funny.
It was something about. It didn't matter. I may look back at our text before the thing's over, but yeah, man.
we can always come back to it and hit Thad twice in one show.
I did I messed with him last week. He must not have heard it yet when I said I should have. I said my kids are such cock blocks. I should have named them Thad.
Thad,
I hadn't
yep.
heard from him yet. So, lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical, yeah.
I said lackadaisical. It's not that word.
I believe you're right. Did I not say it correctly?
You-
Lackadaisical. Did I put an S in it? Did I say lackadaisical?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one? Who was right?
I don't know. Probably you.
Lackadaisical. He said, "Good Lord, where did you pull that word from?" I said, "Son, I got a vocabulary." I said, "I don't know how I used it in a sentence, but I know words." He said, "Blew my mind. I had to Google
No,
it." Lackadaisical.
it's lackadaisical. I thought, yeah.
Well, Thad, I'm a dumbass.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Dusty Kennedy, and I'm a dumbass. Lackadaisical, huh?
Yeah, it's got an X in it.
Pull it up. I want to see this
No,
word.
no, okay. Hell, I don't know.
I've never heard somebody say lackadaisical, I don't think.
Okay.
Lackadaisical. Maybe. Now I'm intrigued.
It doesn't matter, really.
I'm intrigued, though. I want to see what
This-
you're looking at.
This one right here, in the same says, what does lackadaisical mean? A state of sloth and apathy, an attitude of laziness, to be slack. Then right below it says, the moron above misspelled lackadaisical. So, lackadaisical.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty. I don't know. I don't know which one's right now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's see. Lackadaisical. I've never heard. Have I heard lackadaisical or lackadaisical?
Okay, all right. I'm at Merriam-Webster now. Lackadaisical.
Okay.
You're right. Yeah.
All right. But apparently you're not wrong. 'Cause,
Apparently, because other people, maybe I've only heard it the other way.
maybe it's neither neither.
I don't know.
Not really. They're spelled different.
Welcome to the One Lane Road podcast, where we discuss English.
Yeah. That's where we're just blazing hot today.
Blazing hot.
We got to do something for my brother-in-law who was my
Kick him in the nuts.
wife's brother-in-law,
Kick him in the nuts.
Brooks Comer. He said, y'all boys got to do something to make me laugh today. So here we are. We're going to try to talk about words.
Yeah. Whenever he said that, he sure didn't think, hey, word humor is the best humor.
Well, I don't know if you've ever met anybody from Kentucky.
Mm.
Not a lot of Rhodes Scholars up there, not a lot of, somebody's got to win the valedictorian, but what's their GPA,
Yeah. How high does it really go? When you're grading on a scale of 0 to 0,
I'm just saying Brooks probably still sounds his name out when he's writing it on paper.
He
Okay?
claps to see how many syllables are in his name.
Brooks Comer. Okay. Shit, two.
Brooks Comer.
I think it's two, Mama said. I don't know. I mean, Kentucky's known for some good things. A decent basketball team,
Right.
bluegrass,
Mm-hmm.
horses,
Big hats.
big hats, and beautiful women, as we talked about Tompkinsville, Kentucky. But
Uh-huh.
nobody's ever said, man, I met that guy from Tompkinsville who was really smart.
Smartest people I've ever met come from. No, the next word's never been Kentucky.
It's never been Kentucky.
No.
It's never been.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Hermitage Springs, a lot of times people say, we've got doctors and lawyers
And engineers.
and engineers. People from Hermitage Springs are smart. Their engineers don't even care about their degree. They said, hell with
Don't
that
mind.
degree.
I'm
do it.
a farmer.
I know another farmer who's got an ag degree, so I don't need that. I just done it to appease my parents.
Yeah.
That's how smart I am.
Yeah. I know another engineer that's never used his degree
They don't need them.
here in town.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
But I mean, y'all have, you have John Calipari and Hot Girls and Keelan up there. So
What's Keelan?
the horse thing,
Oh,
or the big hats.
okay.
Oh my God, it's hotter.
It's hot in here.
It's hotter than a whore in church in here.
I'm kind of getting used to it now.
And I live on the hill, so I tell you what, it's getting to the weather where I walk around in my underwear.
Do you? Are you that guy?
Well, not if I lived in a subdivision, not if I lived with any neighbors. I have no neighbors today.
You don't mean outside, surely.
I mean, I live in the middle of the woods on a mountain.
You walk around in boxers outside, don't you?
I did today. I said I took a Benadryl. That's where my whole day screwed up right there. I said, do we have any allergy medicine that's non-drowsy so I can get through the day and not feel like hell?
Yeah.
And and won't just pass out. She, I don't know. Go look.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. This is my day.
Right.
This is our day.
Uh-huh.
This is Men's Day,
Right.
King's Day, as I
Uh-huh.
put on Facebook today. Don't yell at me about some non-drowsy allergy medicine.
Right.
But I took it and I fell asleep within like 17 seconds.
Why would you think Benadryl was non-drowsy?
I knew it wasn't.
Okay.
I knew that it was, but I didn't find the desired non-drowsy,
Gotcha.
Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
But I just said, it's hot in here. It's hot outside. And I'm going out to my building where it's air conditioned. I'm just going to, I said, do I have any ball shorts? She said, I think I washed all your ball shorts that you wear.
They're all wet right now.
And I said, I'm just going to take my shorts and wake me up. Wake me up when it's time to go. So, yeah. I walked out in my yard in my underwear.
You're that guy. You walk around the house in your underwear a lot?
No.
Is that what y'all do?
No.
Y'all do that?
No.
Yeah, I've never been that guy either. I don't come out of the bedroom in underwear or the bathroom. Like if I've got to make that jump, that 3-foot jump from the bathroom to the bedroom, I jump. Make sure everything's clear. I don't come out in the underwear.
Huh.
I don't do that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't generally. We have a lot of people in our house, but I did today.
Yeah.
I walked out on the front porch, stood there and admired my little bird feeders, and then I walked down, I fed the cats, stood up on the sidewalk and admired my weed eating job from earlier that wrecked my day.
Uh-huh.
Checked the tire pressure in my car.
Why, yeah.
I looked over. I hung my kayaks. I walked over to the edge of the building and admired my hanging of my kayaks.
Why, yeah.
Then I said, I guess I go on to the building.
Yep.
Chest naked in I wear Hanes boxer briefs for anybody that's curious.
And these
Yeah.
hey dudes or whatever.
I had flip flops on.
Oh, why, yeah. Why, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't have thought any less.
So I mean, hell, it's 100 degrees.
It's hot. It's hot.
You know, and I didn't have any ball shorts. I tempted. I had ball shorts on the agenda,
Mm-hmm.
but I didn't have any clean.
Oh, I got you. I understand.
So then I came out there and she came open the door and said, "I'm glad you have helped me for the last hour. These kids have been rotten." I said, "Is it time to go to your grandpa's? I need some shorts."
Can you get me some shorts?
So I drove separate because I
Yeah,
wasn't
I
ready.
would have. I probably would have.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Well, it's hot.
Yeah,
I may die here.
yeah. You got a bad ticker anyway.
You reckon I'll lose any weight sitting out here in this?
I haven't. I've been out here for the last couple of days,
It's a sauna, really.
and I lost 7 pounds yesterday, and then I gained 7 pounds overnight somehow, and then I've lost 4 pounds today, and then I went back in and I've gained 5 pounds since I lost that 4 pounds.
That's
today.
weird. That's
So
a
I
weird
don't know.
cycle.
I don't get it. I don't know what's happening. I'll come out here and I will sweat out 4 pounds. Go back in the house and it's all back.
This water's not even gonna be
It's hot now, isn't it?
bullshit. I stopped, got me a milkshake.
That helps, you know.
That's 5 minutes late because I was like, no, I'm going in there. And I skipped
I'm getting
line.
a milkshake.
I skipped line of the Dairy Queen burger.
Oh, I skipped the shit out of the line. I don't mean to. I don't always
I
mean
did.
to.
I did.
But I always go in front of everybody.
Well, look, here's what I did. There was a family of 6 about to order.
Yeah.
And I hit up I seen Jennifer back there. I made eye contact. I said, medium vanilla milkshake if you don't care.
Just
Those people
first-
just looked at me like,
First chance you get, you turn around and said, look, there's 6 of y'all and one of me.
you're getting chicken, you're getting the giant burger, you're getting the pizza burger, you're getting
Yeah.
the
Y'all are
chicken salad.
if there's 6 of y'all, there's 4 kids in that, and it's like herding cats whenever you got 4 kids in there. Y'all are gonna take a minute.
They're going to stare at the menu.
Give me
I've been eating the
give me
Dairy burger.
give me my milkshake. I know what's there. Been here for 30 years.
Yeah, I've been eating there since 1989. The
Yeah.
menu's not changed. The food has.
Mm-hmm.
Them girls come off that food a little more than Dale used to.
Yeah, yeah. Dale used to
He's stingy with it.
Dale used to put some back. Like he'd get a few too many fries, he'd put some back.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah,
I love Dale to death.
I ought to too.
I didn't mess with Dale. If I saw Dale's mail truck, I
Yeah.
said, "No, I'll come back when Peanut's cooking.
Yeah.
Peanut,
Yeah.
Peanut hook you up."
Uh huh.
Has enough time passed where we can talk about what we used to just go open up the Dairy Burger after hours and cook?
I didn't do that, so I can't talk about that.
I did.
Okay.
Me and Peanut
Oh well, there you go.
and a few others.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't think there's any statute of limitations on it.
It's been 20 years.
He don't even own. His brother
It
doesn't
don't
own
even,
him.
it don't even matter.
That the business is actually a completely different business than what it
Now,
used
if
to
you
be.
hear about Dale and Peanut having a knockdown drag out in the middle of Union Hill, it's probably because Dale's listened to this podcast and he heard about Peanut opening up the Dairy Burger at 1 a.m. while we went in there and ate some cheeseburgers.
Well, I mean, where else you going to get some French fries?
Not anywhere in Hermitage Springs. See, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's
You
the
got to
thing.
get them there.
If you were out having a good time, and all of a sudden
It ain't like there's a Taco Bell over there. We can
nothing
go get
not,
Taco
on Hermitage Springs. There's not one in Tompkinsville. There is now, but there wasn't then.
Right.
Even now, though, I don't think it's open at 1 a.m.
I don't think any of them's open at 1 a.m. anymore.
Not around here.
I don't even think the one in Cookville is.
Stop it. You know what it's got to be.
I don't think so.
I bet the DUI rates went down if Taco Bell's closed.
Ain't that the truth?
So yeah, I mean, if you're riding around, and then what else you gonna do? Then all of a sudden, there's like, man, I'm hungry. I wish I had some Munchers. Man, I'm hungry. I wish I had some mini hamburgers.
I
And
sure would like to have a tater tot. Or
All of
two.
a sudden, the damn sober driver's like, I got the key to the Dairy Burger, bitch.
Yeah. Closes at 11:30 now. It's not even.
Wow,
it's not
that's-
even open late anymore.
What? Who are you, Taco Bell? I don't even know you anymore.
I think COVID hit everybody hard.
That's crazy.
You can't go at 1 o'clock in the morning anymore.
Wow. I love to know the DUI rates. Went down.
If it's changed, I bet it changed just because of 2020.
2020. Wow. Mm-hmm.
If you'd have said it, it wouldn't have been the first time I heard it today.
What do you mean?
You know, I have been reluctant, maybe not reluctant, hopeful to think that there was an agenda being pushed by left-wing media about the world being so overtly racist.
Yeah.
However, today I have been in the presence of black people twice, and overtly racist things have went on each time.
You been to Memphis today?
Nope.
Oh.
Been in. However, both of them were in Macon County.
Wow. Macon County.
Now that it just occurred to me, I was in one place.
I thought it was just whites and Mexicans over there.
I was at Well, that was part of the problem. One place today.
You can laugh at that. That's funny.
Yeah.
Mexicans don't care if you make fun of them. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Mexicans are cool.
One place, like the person was saying loudly things while staring at them, and what got me was the person didn't think that they were being racist.
Yeah.
You know, you could see that probably when they got in their car, they probably were. You know, that conversation went really well. I'm not racist. They can't ever pin that on me. Well, the whole thing you said was racist. You know, everything, the entire situation. The entire situation.
Well, you got to give me some details here.
Well, I'm not even going to say. I'm not going to say all of it. So going through a checkout, the girl that was checking these people out had asked for their name and their information, and she typed in their information.
You in Red Bull or Lafayette?
Lafayette.
Okay.
This is Lafayette, and so the girl says, "Oh, how do you pronounce your last name?" They go, "Nygaard."
Oh, well.
Yeah. She said, "Oh, okay."
Slippery slope there.
The guy said, two black gentlemen standing directly behind him, turned around, looked at him, said, "You thought that was pronounced some other way, didn't you?"
Ooh.
Girl said, No, I didn't. She said, "I follow someone on YouTube that has that last name. I've always wondered how they say it, how it's pronounced. I've never met anybody else with that last name before. I wondered how to say it." She's like, they said, completely disregarded that. Said, "Yeah, everybody does that. Thinks it's something else." And you know, the two guys, and then he said it. He said it the other way you would say it.
Oh, we did.
He did. He said it out loud right there. Then his wife, this pillar of the community, proceeds to say, you know, I was down in Nashville one time, and it was playing over my car speakers real loud, saying that, and I thought, "Ooh, it's got to stop! I'll get shot in downtown Nashville for that." Because you know,
They were saying Nygaard.
yeah. And
Not
black
Nygaard.
people apparently cannot in Nashville cannot control themselves. They'll shoot you over just absolutely anything, you know. And then the two guys were just, you know, they were as uncomfortable as I was. You know, that you could have.
I would say more.
Oh yeah.
Surely
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought they don't even know what they're doing. They don't even know what they're doing. And those two guys just laughed about it. They may have been more comfortable than I was because it's probably happened to them a lot more than it has me.
But these hillbillies just thought
They had no idea. They thought they were being as woke as they could be. They were part of the not part of the problem, you know.
part of the movement.
Yeah, they're part of the movement. They were woke. I thought, my God, what are we doing here?
Sometimes white people go over the top
Yeah.
to prove they're not racist when in fact it's a little weirdly, you know.
It's weirdly racist whenever they're trying to prove how not racist they are.
Oh, I know what you probably think, but I'm not, you know.
Yeah. And then the other one.
Nope, didn't think nothing about it, buddy.
Yep. Actually, as a matter of fact, I didn't care. The other one, an old lady come back, and up until this point, I thought it was a nice older lady. She come back, and
You know this lady?
no, I didn't know her up until today. And she had been nice. She'd been nice to us. And she come back and said, there was a black family in front of her, and she come back and said,
Whole family?
well, there was a mom and two kids.
Where was the dad?
And she came back and said, "We didn't used to see them around all the time." She was whispering to me.
Oh, no.
I said, "Okay." She said, "You know, it just wasn't. They just weren't around as much." I was like, "Okay,
Oh,
all right,
gosh.
okay." Well, all right. Well, if you could, you know, the next lane's open, waiting on you. Oh, okay. See you later.
And she motioned with her eyes as she
Yep.
was saying
She gave me the old over the shoulder to make sure I understood what was going on. I was like, "Oh, I get it." Yeah, I know what's going on here. I get it. The one's over your shoulder. I get it. Yeah, could you not though?
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather not do this.
Anita, just take your hateful racist ass
Yeah,
on
if you
up.
could just, you know, keep on moving.
Come on, Juanita.
Yeah.
We get it.
I
Just,
get it.
Just pay for your pears and plums.
Yeah. Yeah. My God.
You imagine if she's acting like that in the grocery store. Imagine when she's getting her hair, when she's in the
Oh,
when she's getting a permanent put in at the hair salon.
when she's just telling everybody about it.
And here's the word. One of my best friend at Tutco. We all got the friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna sound like it.
Mm-hmm.
Because all
Tell me how you're not racist. Go ahead.
yeah. I got a black friend.
Yeah.
So my best friend at my work is a black man,
Mm-hmm.
and we joke because people. He's like, man, you white people think it's all right. He said, y'all be talking about colored people.
Yeah.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
Why we gonna be colored? Why we gonna be called colored?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that's bad. That one's
So
bad.
she's gonna be up here getting a permanent in her hair, and be like, "Well, I tell you what, Mildred.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Mildred, for
over
sure.
there to.
Nope.
Oh yeah.
Keep going.
I was up there to the other day, and they was a family of 3 colored folk in there, and I just can't believe it. You remember back in the day that you didn't see no colored folk in here? No, I ain't got no problem with them.
Yeah.
They,
I ain't got no problem with them. I don't care what they do. It ain't nothing to me. I'm just saying.
I just can't believe they just used to be.
They wasn't so many
that,
of them,
Mildred.
There wasn't so many of them.
Now, Juanita, you just never know. They may be good people. There's good whites and there's good blacks.
Yeah.
Well, I like to call them colored.
There you go.
I like to call them colored, Mildred. Why, Juanita, it's black, colored, whatever you want to call them.
Right, yeah.
They probably all right. They didn't bother you, did they?
Yeah, they didn't say nothing to you, did they?
Well, I tell you what, I saw them get out of the car and I locked my doors. I sure enough did.
Yeah.
But they seem like nice folk.
Yeah. I was down in
That's crazy, man.
I was down in Louisiana, in New Orleans, and there was these 3 boys that were dancing on the sidewalk, and there was a group of people in front of them watching. We decided to walk off of the sidewalk behind the group of people instead of walking in between them and interrupting the people that are watching. Right? One of the boys called out and said, "Hey, man. We ain't gonna bite you."
Oh.
I said, okay, I won't either. I won't bite y'all either then. And I just kept on walking. I thought, what was it? But, they probably all the time see people like looking the other way, trying not to make eye contact and walking off the sidewalk.
You should.
I was just trying to be polite.
Yeah, you should be like, my best friend's name's Jerome.
Yeah.
I'm watching my family walk up on the porch. I got security cameras. For you crackers thinking about stealing my stuff to go buy you some meth and some pills. Not anymore.
I heard about a Kentucky 4-wheeler / country rap concert weekend that got put on this past weekend or the weekend before.
Hope it's not October 23rd.
No, it just happened.
Take my...
And I would imagine... A guy told me, he said, there was a pond that we parked beside of, and they had a bunch of leeches in the pond. He said in the first night...
Oh, we got some leeches in my family, too. They've been leeching for 40 years and still ain't quitting, buddy.
The guy told me, he said, look, the first night the leeches would bite anybody that got in the pond. He said in the second night, he said those leeches were flying around that pond. He said the first night, he said they would you could just kind of see them come through. And he said the second night... The water was boiling. They were moving so fast. They had so much meth. Those leeches had so much meth inside of them.
Hell yeah.
He said that they'd come up. If you was in the pond the second night, they'd just give you a little lick, just a little. He said, and if you didn't taste like meth, he said they'd move on to the next one. They didn't even worry about you.
Oh my gosh!
I said, "Yep."
The craziest,
there you go.
Weirdest story I've ever heard in my life.
It was a weird story when he told me.
That's true.
Yeah.
Here's a story that come out of Putnam County. Now, I thought it was Putnam County, Tennessee, but it ended up being Putnam County. You guessed it, Florida.
Why not?
If you believe you were sold bad drugs, we are offering a free service to test them for you. Douglas Kelly, 49 of Hawthorne, found himself in a situation where he thought someone sold him the wrong illegal narcotic. On Tuesday, he contacted the sheriff's office and said he purchased methamphetamine about a week earlier and said he had a bad reaction after smoking the narcotic. The suspect said he believed because of the violent reaction he had after smoking the drug, he was sold the wrong narcotic. Kelly told detectives in the drug unit he wanted the substances tested because he wanted to press charges on the person who sold him the wrong narcotic.
Well, yeah.
In an effort to ensure the quality of the drug the suspect purchased, the detectives told Kelly if he came to the sheriff's office, they would test the narcotic he purchased. He drove to the sheriff's office, handed detectives a clear, crystal-like substance wrapped in aluminum foil. The substance field tested positive for methamphetamine, the drug Kelly intended to purchase. Kelly was arrested and charged with possession of meth.
Yep.
Walked to the Putnam County Jail and held on a $5,000 bond. Remember, our detectives are always ready to assist anyone who believes they were misled in their illegal drug purchase, and he just looks like he's been wronged.
But he also looks like a male Karen, though. You know what I mean? He feels like he's entitled to get the correct meth.
And I'll be honest, that's probably the fattest meth head I've ever seen in my life. He got some cheeks going on.
He's still early in his meth career. If he thinks that the meth game is clean on both ends, like that there should be, people should be held accountable for the quality of their meth, then he's pretty early in the game. He probably used to do cocaine. He's probably just now run out of money and
fell on hard times.
Having to do meth now.
Yeah.
He's probably used to a more upscale type of drug.
Well, the thing is, I mean, anybody that knows anything about cocaine, I mean, you got to do it all the time. So that's why he went broke. I mean, dude can hit an errant little, trace.
Uh-huh.
You just lick the backside of a wrong dollar bill sometimes, and you stay up for 3 days off that. You know,
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's probably just pissed because he's ready to party now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks bad though.
He's probably got gators to fight and everything else in Florida. I mean, there's
Yeah.
all kinds of crazy stuff to do down there.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, tell you.
Hey, I tried to take a picture this week in a Walmart of a guy wearing a wife beater T-shirt. That's all he had on was the wife beater. You don't see that a lot.
I never heard anybody combine the words wife beater with T-shirt.
Well, right.
It's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
It's a tank top.
Yeah.
It's just a wife beater.
Yeah. I've never seen. It's been a very long time since I saw anybody wear them in public, like a grown person, an adult.
I tell you, man. I was in Macon County.
Caught it at a Walmart.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
There's a reason they make people of Walmart calendars and websites.
Yeah.
I was at Lafayette Walmart yesterday, and boy.
And if everything that I've talked about so far today sounded judgmental, I'm judging every one of those people.
Yeah. Let it be stated, I can't see somebody in pajama pants and not think about you.
Yeah. I hate it.
And come on, man.
I absolutely hate it.
Come on.
Yeah. Do better. You go out of the house. You go out of the house in fuzzy slippers and your pajamas and a hoodie, and you're a grown man. What are you doing?
I can't wear hoodies. What if I wear hoodies with jeans?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the hoodie, pajama pant, slippers look. I just do.
There's
better.
somebody every time you leave the house that somebody can't do better than that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lafayette Walmart's getting pretty bad. For every good looking person that's in Macon County Walmart, there's 25 purity and be all end all skanks.
Yes.
I saw a wife beater. I saw a man in Liberty overalls.
I wanted to take that picture and send it to you with the caption "Tough some bitch."
Yeah. Yeah. I bet he's got some really quality looking tattoos too.
Oh, they were nice. They were very nice. Not more than 6 of them look like a third grader had drawn them.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite ones.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I saw the guy with the Liberty overalls with no shirt underneath.
Oof. Yeah. Yep.
I saw pajamas,
Mm.
and I told Lindsay we were checking out, and I said, "This is crazy, honey." I said, "This is the only time in forever that we've never been here, and I didn't see an Affliction tap out or American Fighter." I said, "It's not going to happen." And then all of a sudden, here comes a Mexican wearing a bright orange American Fighter.
The savior has come through.
And I said, "My man!"
Bam! Coming in hot.
He turned around, and I just hit him with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a lie. He didn't look. I didn't yell at him. He didn't
look at you,
and I
but he
didn't
did.
chest
He
pound him.
did come through.
He wore it. I said, well, he saved it. He saved the
Yep.
ratio, saved the streak. So it's just a thing,
It is. It's just a thing, isn't it? Yeah.
We talked about it last week.
Yeah, did we? I can't.
About the fair with the Clay County
Oh,
people
yeah,
with the cutoff
yeah.
shirts and the rebel flags.
Yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing for sure. That whole, the other thing I don't like is that just come from ball practice look. if you're a kid that just come from ball practice and you're still in your ball shorts and your and your sweaty t-shirt
And the slides.
and the slides, that's fine if you just come from ball practice. But otherwise,
Kids going
pretend.
Kids gonna wear that regardless.
Yeah,
If they're kids in high school, I don't care what they wear. I don't even care about kids.
I think by the time they hit high school, they need to start trying a little bit.
Yeah, because they're gonna end up being.
They're going to be adults at some point in a couple of years, and then all they're going to think is this is okay.
Okay, well then let me ask you this, and you're not going to be up to this, but I mean I've got social media. Why is it okay for cute girls to get away with wearing shorts up to their ass with a t-shirt like a 5XL t-shirt when that just got out of bed look?
I don't like that either.
I don't like it, but it's a thing. Every girl, I saw a girl at the bar the other night.
I'm an old guy. I want the kids to get off my yard, quit tramping down my roses, and I want them to act like somebody around public.
I went over to Doe Creek the other day and watched Josh McCreary play music during the day, and sure enough, there was a group in there of 20-something-year-old kids, and every one of them, the girls had shirts that came
Down past their shorts.
to their knees almost, and
What is that look, though? What are they going
it's just,
for there?
well, it's just. Oh my God!
Who started it, though? I mean, was there
Some hungover college girl that was trying to get to her.
trying to get past that walk of shame or something? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe. So
I don't know.
it's lazy.
It is.
Well, tell me how Kara has wined and dined you today on Father's Day.
I
Breakfast in bed.
No, I cooked
right.
breakfast for everybody this morning.
Okay.
Yeah, which is I just like doing that on Sunday. So I cooked breakfast for everybody this morning, and I got some really neat I really like things that people have made. I don't like for you to go buy me something in general. I'd rather you make me something or just tell me like happy whatever the day is, happy birthday. Because if you didn't make it, and it wasn't something that I was super excited about, it just means more to me if you made it. My kids made me all kinds of stuff.
Really?
Yeah, Camden's learning to write, and he made me he wrote a little sentence and his name on this thing. They laminated it and put puzzle pieces all around it that he colored. That was real neat.
Yeah.
And then I've gotten rocks from both of them that's been like paper mache, different colors. I've got that from both of them now. And I got a picture of all of us framed. That's the kind of stuff I like.
Your wife and kids love you much more than they do me.
Well,
That's obvious.
right.
My wife just quit trying, I think.
Okay. Well,
My wife is the type of wife that on Saturday Walmart, I need to find you something. I said, I don't want anything.
yeah.
Well, yeah, I got to get you something. I said, well, if you cared, you'd worry about it
A month ago.
before 24 hours, 16 hours before Father's Day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a king and I deserve to be treated as such.
Right,
That's what I put
yeah.
on Facebook this morning,
Uh-huh.
and it was completely facetious. And I hope,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I hope nobody saw it and be like, what a dick.
Mhm.
But I mean, if you do, I guess you missed the thing where I put hashtag sarcasm. I was not doing anything this morning with my one red ass eye. And he said, hey, if you don't care, I got to pick up something from Jack. Flip those sausages over there. So I took the moment to stand by the griddle and I said, this is supposed to be our day, kings. And I'm over here slinging sausage and biscuits. Ridiculous.
I got up and I cooked sausage, scrambled eggs, and made some of the best white sausage gravy you've ever had.
Racist.
Yeah.
What's wrong? You could make chocolate gravy?
I can't. I'm not good at it. I can make the shit out of white gravy, but I'm not good at chocolate gravy. I've done it once. It was all right. I've done it all right.
Well, if you start making chocolate gravy, you probably never have white gravy again, Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I hear.
that's what I wish my people quit moving to my house. There's motion detected in my yard. And I'm telling you, little meth head, you trying to break in my house. I already had that prevention security. Now I got them cameras up, boy, all over. I mean, I'm talking about all over the place. Don't come in my house. We're watching you.
Uh-huh.
We watching your ass, little meth head, trying to go up here and steal my stuff for a couple of with some pills.
Whatever. Yeah, it's whatever.
Name me a pill.
Tic Tac. Viagra.
Keep your Ozark ass out of my house.
Yeah.
Won't play that game right here. Rat-a-tat-tat. Put a dope head on his back.
Or at least catch them on camera. Anyway.
No, I'll shoot him.
Okay. All right.
Then I'll get rid of that camera evidence that I shot him.
Right.
And drug him down the holler.
Does any of these cameras work? Nope. Sure don't.
I'll shoot somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Allegedly,
if there's two of you,
Stay out, dope man.
and you pull the old trick where, hey, I'm gonna let you off the bottom of this driveway, and I'm gonna circle down here at the edge of North Springs and come back and pick you up. Your buddy's gonna be dead. Okay, he ain't coming.
He ain't coming back down the hill.
Back to the bottom driveway. And
Yeah.
guess what?
Don't come up the hill looking for him.
Right to tat.
Yeah.
Y'all dying.
Oops.
So allegedly,
Yeah, allegedly.
I just know that we got a lot of acres, and
Just
you're gonna
just
get buried on 'em.
everybody know that this is a show and this is being facetious, and we will.
I'll kill somebody. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, I'll kill somebody that come on my property. You know, that's just out. You know,
Oh, right.
yeah, I don't care. In my house, out of my house,
Yeah.
on my yard, on my sidewalk.
Yeah.
I live on a dead end road.
Yeah. There's no reason for you to be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because look here. Even if you run out of gas, even if you
Yeah. Up that hill, there's none up there.
there ain't none.
Yeah.
There ain't a goddamn Exxon at the top
Yeah.
of that hill.
Hey, you get up
okay?
there, you're not going to find the BP.
Uh-uh.
You know, Sammy's ain't up there.
No.
No. You know what's not up there? A gas can with any gas in it.
You walk to some houses on down the road.
Yep.
Don't walk up that quarter-mile driveway.
Yep.
I'll put you in the creek bed.
Well, there you go, folks.
Well, why lie to the dope heads?
Well, you shouldn't.
There's one thing I can't stand in life, and it's a thief
Oh, yeah.
that's gonna be like that's gonna steal your stuff
Yep.
because they need a couple of Percocets. I had a poor old boy one time beg me to buy a bunch of stuff off him because he said he was hard up, needing some money. I said, I don't need
Where'd
that.
you get all of it? Where'd it all come from?
No, he really had it. He didn't
Okay.
steal it. He didn't steal it. But it was his stuff, and he got kicked out by his girlfriend, and he begged me to buy his stuff.
Mm-hmm. Was this been recently?
No, it was 17 years ago.
Okay.
It was in June of 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And I bought we're actually just approaching the anniversary of this date of me buying a television, a futon, and some end tables for $80. And he
Mhm.
went and bought an Oxy 80 with that because he needed it gone. He needed some cash to get his back on his feet. And he put it up his nose.
Well, how did that end up though? I mean, is he of a as a member of society? Is he productive now?
I don't know. I hadn't seen the boy.
Yeah.
In long years. Listen, I always liked the guy.
Yeah. And that never ends up well. You know, that's not a scenario that ends up putting you at working at NASA or anything.
You don't put it on your resume, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the thing. A lot of times, if you're snorting pills up your nose, you don't have to put it on the resume. You kind of wear it on your face. You know, I'm not saying you left crumbs. I'm saying it leaves some marks. You know, start losing them teeth. Are you having a heart attack?
I'm gonna have to wear a. You know how you
Get in your underwear right now.
You see how them rappers. If we had a camera that going on YouTube, I'd get my underwear right now just for that. I ain't gonna get in. If I got my underwear for a camera for YouTube for the podcast, that's entertainment. If I get in my underwear right now when we podcast, you're the only person around in here. That's fucking weird. Okay, and I'm not doing it. Okay, and it's weird for you to ask. So, you know how them rappers get on stage?
If you
and
weren't gay, you'd do it.
That's reverse psychology that's not working on me right now. Okay.
Okay.
You know how the rappers get on stage and they move a lot and they sweat. Those rappers sweat more than most people.
Yeah.
That's why
they carry a towel.
That's why I'm going to bring a towel over here next week.
Yeah. 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 I'm going to move that air conditioner into here next.
I'm going to wear a Nike headband
Yeah.
like Nick Van Exel, and I'm going to bring a sweat towel in here. I need like 5 towels in my contract to do this podcast from here on out. I need 5 towels waiting on me.
Yeah.
With some Gatorade.
Yeah. There's a towel in there. You can go get it if you want. They're paper.
I've already got one. I'm wiping.
Okay. There you go.
So, man.
You can get 4 more of them if you want.
Listen to you, boy. Hey, I'll be on the radio this Wednesday.
Ooh, what are you doing?
I'll be on Country 102
Doing
FM WLCT. I think that's the call letters. My old stomping grounds up there in my sports show.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Lafayette, Tennessee.
You doing the sports show again?
No, we're promoting the
The
North Springs Music Festival and the Sweet Bells Farm Sale, baby.
Uh-huh. Well, how's the Sweet Bells Farm Sale coming along?
I think it's good. She's got some vendors. We're just going to have to find some internet down there.
Yeah.
That's all. She got 30 or 40 vendors right now.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot. She's doing a very good job. I'm proud of her.
Good.
Because I wasn't going to fool with it, to be honest with you.
Right.
this concert stuff. I hadn't looked at my tickets because all my books been sitting here on your
Well,
desk for a week.
you bring it, don't use it, and leave it.
I know it.
Come back and get it.
I know it. I even picked it up last week, take with me, and left it here. So all my sponsors' information, all the Julie Roberts' information's in here. Shoot, all that's in there. Everybody that's donated. Thank you to my sponsors. I've got several paying sponsors already, and several more that have said they will sponsor, and I just hadn't got up with them. There is one instance of a well-known business owner, pretty local to here. I was out handing out. I've been putting up flyers. I've been beating the streets up old school way. So if you see them, I've been putting up flyers in all your local gas stations, liquor stores, anywhere they'll let me hang up a banner and or a flyer. I made these little 4x6 postcards too, and putting it registers and everything. And I asked this business owner, and that I know pretty well. We've known for a while. I say, "Oh, buddy, you care if I leave these by your register?" I said, I put one up on the billboard. I said, "You care if I leave some cards?" "Yeah, do whatever you got to do, Dustin." I said, "Well, I'm just going to ask you." I said, "Do you ever do any donations of any sort for this kind of stuff?" No, I don't do that. I don't give donations. I'll give you case cold drinks if you need them. I was like, that's how the rich stay rich.
Yeah,
there.
that's right. That's right. I had a guy.
Old money.
I had a guy who was going to buy a business from him, and he said, they'll come through and ask you for money for everything. And I said, yeah. He said, don't give it to any of them. He said that I've never got 1 ounce of return from that. He said, nobody's ever said, "Hey, I seen your sign at insert name here."
Yeah.
He said, don't give it to him. I said, I don't know if that's, I don't know. He said, I've been in business longer than you have, kid. I was like, well, that's true. That's true.
Well, I tell you that the school does a phenomenal job. I'll say just Jackson County schools do a great job because they make the big banners that go down on the football field. So you got every eye in Jackson County looking at your sign during football games.
Right.
That's one instance. So I think he's wrong.
Right. I would think so.
And the same thing with the T-ball fields. I saw some of those guys putting up signs along the fences at the T-ball when they got sponsors. So, I have established that I'm going to have to do some tiers next year for sponsorship.
Yeah.
Because it's not right for people giving one mount another mount, and I'm just kind of keeping them on the same playing field this year because I've had a couple guys. Matt Taylor helped me out. I tell you, Matt Taylor's helped me out some of his Coke routes, get some sponsors, and I appreciate that. But I don't ask enough, is what I know.
Right.
I don't ask for
because
enough.
you can get more.
Yeah, I could get more from some of these people. He told me how much he got from this one customer, and I said, "Damn, how'd you get this much?" He said, "I asked for double that."
And he's really
pretty good example of a guy I used to work with. Said they were looking to build a church, and said he asked, kind of pussyfoot around. Not he didn't, but another guy he knew, and said, "Well, how much do you need?" He said, "Well, I was going to ask you for $1 million." He goes, "Well, I'll give you $1 million." He goes, "Dang, I should have asked you for more." He said, "How much did you need?" So I needed 2. He said, "Well, that's a lesson for you.
Yeah.
You'd ask me for 2, I'd give you 2."
Really?
Yeah. He's like, "But you lowballed yourself."
Yeah. You asked for 1, and now you're not getting 2.
How true that story is, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's been said, but yeah, I'll be on to go back, circle back around before we move on. I'll be on 102.1 on Wednesday morning, June 23rd at 7:30 in the morning, talking to Don. I don't know his last name, forget it, but producer over there in the daytime, plugging the concert. We'll do that once probably in September, October. Do it again. But dang, I went to buy country. There's a little difference in prices between getting some advertisements in Lafayette versus Cookeville.
Oh, I'd have to imagine. Yeah,
big old difference.
Yeah,
but I don't know. But yeah, tickets. I don't think I touched it. I did the Smoky Nights. They're more of like a funky. I don't know, like a pop, like a funky. They do a lot of '80s covers, a lot of.
Is this somebody you've added? You said.
Yeah, they're the 6th artist right now on the lineup. So they played the Bull and Thistle a lot. They played Char a lot. They played the Monkey Wrench in Cookeville a lot. I watched one of their videos. My boy David Jones from Fitness Master Gym was in there. He owns the Monkey Wrench. He owns the antique store there on the square in Gainesboro. So he was in one of their videos, and
that's an interesting looking group, isn't it?
Yeah, and I kind of undersold how important they would be when I added them. They that had one of the better reactions of any of the artists I've added.
Mm-hmm.
to the festival so far. So the only one I spoke to is Lily there, the lead singer.
Mhm.
She's who I've been having all the communications. So it says Smoky Nights is a Coolville, Tennessee band with a unique folk, pop, soul sound. Leading members Lily and Anthony, originally from Wisconsin, have been performing music together for over 6 years.
That's interesting. So they've got violin, mandolin, guitar,
And she got
drums,
Eric and Derek on the.
bass. Got a bunch there. Probably trade in and out some of these other like trumpet, bass,
Yeah.
drums. Got to probably trade in
I
and
don't
out.
see those other two guys as much as Eric and Derek there, but
Yeah.
yeah, man, they played Char a lot, played Monkey Rich, and so yeah, well, I really thought they'd be good, but I didn't really think they fit with the rest of the lineup with the obviously a country music feel, but man, their reaction was tremendous for especially female demographic. It gives them another artist to. I mean, not obviously limited to females, but
Right.
they really loved it. So
What day is the your event? on?
October 23rd, they probably hadn't added it yet,
Fall October 23rd.
but there's other events.
Oh yeah. So they're playing somewhere else that night as well.
That only makes sense.
Yeah.
Look at that. Boom. You make a payday, then you go down the
Get
road,
another one, yep.
get another one.
We
So-
went to the Bull and Thistle this weekend.
Oh, yeah, what'd you get?
I don't remember. It was good. Whatever it was.
We went last weekend.
Yeah. We got to listen to any like very instrumental group the whole time. It was interesting. It wasn't any. I bet they didn't play the same music as the Smoky Nights did.
You never know what they're going to get down there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different.
Some nights you have Addison Johnson, the Smoky Nights, and sometimes you don't.
Right.
Down there,
Yeah.
you got some wild flavors down there at the old Bull.
Mhm. There was a guy that was a cook back in the back that was really, really, really digging the band too. It was one of those that you may have heard somebody playing the maracas on at some point. You may have heard a kazoo. There was definitely a trumpet being played, and he come out and he was really feeling this whole situation.
They're the wild looking bunch there, huh?
Yeah, it was wild. It was wild looking.
They play a
Are
lot
you
of shit.
dying? Are you
This is
dying?
a lot, man. I just didn't know. This is not safe working
You're pouring
conditions.
water on your head over there.
This is not safe working conditions, Lucas.
I'm worried about your heart, really.
This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let's do some. I found some questions.
Talk to
By the
me.
way, we found a snake in my house.
Yeah. What kind of snake?
Not a non-poisonous.
Non-poisonous.
I wish the hell my kids would go in the house. You see what they're doing out there. You dope heads, I don't know if you heard it, but I got a motion detector now in my house. I'll be talking to you.
Yeah.
You show up at my house, trying to kick the door in. I'm gonna be at work selling some heat kits. I'm gonna say, get away from my door because I'm watching you. 'Cause I got them speakers on
Yeah.
there. I got. You might want to bleep that word
Yeah,
out.
I'm going to.
Probably.
I was-
But I'm just saying. It wasn't a racist term. It was more of a hateful term, But
Yeah.
and it wasn't even calling a dope pit. It was actually just a really, really mean term. And I stand behind. Lucas is gonna beep it out,
Yeah.
but I still stand.
And I was told by my brother-in-law that the bleeps are a lot better.
The bleeps are tremendous, and you know what? And what people have texted me and asked what we said on the bleep about the females last week.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
It's bleeped that you don't get to know.
I think we should use them more often. There's actually a word I dropped in earlier that I wouldn't mind to be beeped out.
We'll have to talk about it later, and you can tell me when it was.
Probably will. But anyway, it's a big snake. It was on this fireplace on the inside where my kids climb,
Uh-huh.
and it was like 3 or 4 foot long.
Yeah. Chicken snake.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, at that time, you don't know it's a chicken snake. You can't tell it's a chicken snake just by looking at it.
Yes, you can.
No, that's not true.
Yes, it is.
And here's the thing.
I hate snakes, and I could look and go, "Oh, that's a chicken snake."
Here's the thing. If people say, "Well, it's a black snake,"
Yeah.
I want that fool to be all the way black.
Yeah.
nothing worse-
Oh, that's they're right.
There's nothing worse about a black snake that looks like a copperhead a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah. He'll trick you a little bit.
He's not black.
Yeah. Not always.
Not always.
Yeah.
I need.
A couple kids have been bit by them copperheads in the last few weeks too.
Yeah,
A couple kids have been bit by them copperheads in the last few weeks too.
just the other day
Yeah.
out here at the daycare, man.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Awful, yeah.
I mean, ain't nothing worse than it's.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? You know, how are you gonna keep them away? What do you do?
I put snake begone out my house.
I have to. Yeah.
I put out snake begone and mothballs.
Yeah. I don't know if they like the mothballs or not, but you know, it's worth putting them out to keep them out.
Nobody likes mothballs. Tell me one person has ever liked mothballs.
I don't know. I'm not a snake. I don't know if they like them. Is what I'm talking about. I don't know about snake. I know about people. I don't know about snakes.
Google it, and they tell you they don't like them.
Okay.
You know,
Right. I'm just saying I'm not a snake. I don't know what they like.
I don't know either.
Right.
I've been called a snake by a bunch of snakes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Old DK,
Yeah.
game recognizes game, ho. You know?
Yeah.
And so here's the deal: if only knowledge I have of a snake is me googling it and it says mothballs,
Mhm.
then who am I to argue with Google?
Nobody.
I'm
You're nobody.
not. I'm
Uh-uh.
nobody to argue with
Yeah.
Google. And if the product says snake be gone,
That's one I would use.
I use it a lot. It's $17 for 2 jugs. That's off Amazon. If you're a
Mhm.
Prime member, you got it in 2 days.
Mhm.
You remember that movie?
Did you use a lot of it, or in the past you've used a lot of it?
Liberally. It says on
No.
the bottle, use it liberally.
What I'm saying is, are you using it now, or had you used it in the past and it
Uh-uh.
has failed you now?
Well, who's to say it failed me now, Lucas? I didn't put it around my fireplace inside the house.
Gotcha.
I hadn't seen any around my building. I hadn't
Mhm.
seen any around my back porch
Right.
where I poured it liberally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, who knew I was going to spread it throughout my house? I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't know if you meant you had spread it around your house prior to this.
I've done it. I've used 4 bottles this spring.
Uh-huh.
You're supposed to use it once a month, and
Oh, no kidding.
it gets expensive. But
Yeah, that would be a lot.
But what's worse,
Mhm.
being out a couple $34, or
You're in that.
your kids getting bit on the fireplace?
You're in that place where they could. Do you ever see any poisonous, like venomous snakes?
My dad does every single year. My dad, thank God, barely got missed by getting struck in the head by a rattlesnake a couple years ago.
That's awful. That is terrifying. That's terrifying news.
It was on a rock wall. He was mowing up there behind Mama by the old house,
Oof.
not the big white house, but
Right.
the white house up in the hollow where Mama's
Mhm.
buried in the cemetery. And he said he was just going by the little rock wall. He said he just happened to look out of the corner of his eye, and he hit the brakes on the lawnmower and put it in reverse. And he said that thing snapped at him.
Oof.
Said he went back, got his gun, and shot it.
Oh yeah.
He was at the house, and his Rhino, 45 minutes after he shot it, some bitch was still just wiggling around.
No.
I hate it.
I don't like it.
I tell you, it's terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
Yes.
You know, and I just thought of a story. I'm not going to tell it.
Okay.
I should have told you.
Okay.
I should have told you a story before this podcast, and it would have just brought the mood up another level.
Okay.
You're the only person in this world I'm going to tell this story to.
Okay. Do we need to pause and you tell me to bring up the end of the show?
Yeah, that's funny. It'd be funny.
Well, you know, that's pretty funny.
That's a good story.
That's a good story.
If we had Patreon folks or we had live audience shows, y'all might got that one. But
Yeah.
Until then, until y'all start paying us some money.
You know, all of that, every bit of that was probably like the entire back and forth during your story was probably Patreon worthy.
That is bad. It's Patreon worthy. When y'all start getting ready to pay us
Yeah.
a little money, you can hear that story.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe not. That's pretty
Yeah. I
personal.
don't know.
Pretty personal story.
Yeah, it's really personal.
That's really personal. That's like the most personal story ever.
Yeah.
Anyone, even me. It wasn't me that did it. So,
Mhm.
pretty good stuff though.
That's funny.
And it's a vicious cycle, man. It's a vicious
Oh,
cycle.
it never stops.
Never ending.
Like once it started,
Yeah.
you're just in for the long haul.
So I found a bunch of things online.
Yeah.
You know, I think we've done some would you rather than
Uh-huh.
questions in the past. I've got pages and pages, and we'll never obviously get to them all. But I've marked off the really bad ones,
Uh-huh.
or the ones I think I can, and so I'll just mark them off as we
Okay.
go. And
But one thing real quick. So apparently Jeff Bezos is going to space next month. You know Jeff Bezos.
from Amazon,
Yeah. And he's got a Blue Origin. He's got a space. He's on space company. He's on spaceships and everything. He's been competing with Elon Musk for years. Anyway, apparently he's going to take a trip on his own spaceship and go to space because he wants to. More than 41,000 people have signed petitions to stop Jeff Bezos from returning to Earth
Oh,
after his trip to space next month.
that's not.
That's kind of an asshole move, right?
What's that guy? He gave you Amazon.
Yeah, I mean, what are you mad at him
I
for?
bet there ain't no women that signed that petition. It's a bunch of men
Man,
who's
yeah.
tired of their women spending all their money.
Yeah, that's a bunch of mad people, and there are a bunch of people thought it'd just be funny, but there's 41,000 assholes out there that said don't come back.
You think you got to at least get 4,000 more if that to even be taken in consideration, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you can. I don't know how many people it takes to sign a petition to make the richest man in the world die in space.
That's a good story, though.
Yeah, that's a real good story. It's fun.
We
What
should
you gonna say now?
would you rather hang out with Jeff Bezos or Elon Musk? Yeah. You got a hard on for Elon Musk. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
weird, honestly.
Yeah.
Can I read you a text exchange between me and
And Elon Musk. Yeah, go ahead.
look, I don't know. It's too hard to look up. Curtis Rich,
Yeah.
friend of the show, listener of the show.
Uh-huh.
He gives me a very hard time about Shaq,
Yeah.
and I rarely say anything
Uh huh.
in response because he's right. He's right.
Right.
He's right. I do have an obsession with Shaq.
Right. He is right.
If an obsession is me being my favorite athlete since I was 8 years old,
Mhm.
right? Who's an entertainer? Okay, if he was a bad guy, I'm not jumping on the back of a guy who's been in trouble or not very good or wasn't good. That is, we as in I have noticed several times on how great of a guy this man is.
Yeah.
One of the greatest players to ever play basketball. One of the greatest salesmen of all time of our era.
Mhm.
Greatest pitch man. Overall, great human being, right? Okay. So if somebody shares, so one of my YouTubers shares a video of his highlights, I share it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in June, I get really annoying because, he was known to do this certain thing in basketball called winning championships.
Mm-hmm.
So around those times, I'll put 20 years ago today,
Mm-hmm.
Kobe and Shaq brought home that championship. Okay. I'm good for about once a month, maybe sharing a Shaq highlight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's just touch on Curtis's obsession a little bit more here.
Duke.
Duke,
Turkey hunting.
to a certain extent, Duke, yes, he does. He does let us know how mediocre Duke is, which I love that Duke has just went to shit. Duke's so bad that Coach Cadis finally said, "Screw it, I'm not part of this program anymore." So what brought this conversation to light? And this is all in good fun. I'm only poking fun a little bit at Curtis because I've got the platform to do it, and if anybody can say anything they want to me. Listen, I'm going to get last word because I've got the platform, right?
Right.
Okay. So we're on the same page that the Cody Jinks fan page, which is hilarious. Curtis Rich was kicked off the Cody Jinks fan page for telling everybody how weird they are. Now, which I loved,
Right.
Because he's a Cody Jinks fan just as myself. And I said, dude, get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready because it's going to get weird.
Uh-huh.
It's going to get weird because all these folks do is obsess about
Cody Jinks.
Cody Jinks. And so he finally had enough when he's like, do y'all know how weird it is to obsess over this one person all day, every day that all y'all think about is Cody Jinks? I mean, he let these guys have it.
Uh-huh.
And to be frank, Frank is hilarious. These
Yeah.
people need to know it's a little weird.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So recently they've been doing this thing on Facebook to where like there's an app that you can use to cartoon somebody.
Yeah.
Lindsay done it with our family. A lot of people's doing it. And somebody in the Tyler Childers fan group had done it with Tyler. Now I'm in the group, but I didn't see it.
Mhm.
And I missed it. And so he tags me and is like, he says, Dustin, I'm doing something right here. I'm multitasking here. So I'm just going back to a certain point here. But he says, hey, Dustin, how do you feel about a grown man finding a photo of another grown man and turning him into a cartoon just because he happens to be a singer?
Uh-huh.
I said, hey, buddy, this is your fight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you do it, buddy.
I'm not here to fight the Tyler Childers fan page.
Uh-huh.
I said, but, they're not as, I don't know if they're as passionate as the Cody Jinks fan page.
Uh-huh.
You know, so this leads us into all that. And I said, but to answer your question, it's a little weird.
Yeah.
I don't think they're as passionate as Cody's. So he says, he said something. I don't remember like I said, it's too far in for me to find it. But he says, this is coming from a Shaq fan. I shouldn't have been telling the story and looking
Yeah.
at Facebook at the same time.
Yeah.
He said, it's coming from a Shaq fan. And I said, I get it. I get it. It's my favorite athlete. It's a weird quirk. We all got weird quirks.
Uh-huh.
I said, but do we want to talk about your turkey hunting obsession?
Yeah.
I said, no, I can admit mine. I said, we need to talk about how sad yours is as well.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, well, I mean, it is, but turkey hunting's different. It's a hobby. It's not
Yeah.
another grown man. I said, well, yes. I said, you spend months on Facebook telling us the turkey season's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Then you give us play-by-play analysis of every hunt you go on
Mm-hmm.
while thanking your wife after you kill that prize turkey for allowing you to go turkey hunting. Then as soon as turkey season's over, you're telling us again how much you missed turkey season.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So I just want to go back to a quick little deep dive on Curtis's Facebook page and some Facebook statuses. If you're going to, I mean, now listen, y'all are welcome to call me out on my Shack post because I know you do.
Uh-huh.
Good morning, good gob. Hold on. This fucking comment so stupid I mispronounced it. Good gobbling morning.
Yeah.
Mornings like this get me ready. Okay.
I was going to defend him, but I'm going to have to wait until I find a defensible one.
Juveniles, you're up. I wish you all the luck. If you've never killed one and do, you will understand the obsession a lot of us have. They should gobble pretty good, but don't get discouraged if it don't work right away. It's hunting, not killing. Good luck. Ready to defense? You got defense yet?
Nope.
All right. Let's see. 5 more sleeps. 2 more days. Ready yet?
Nope.
Good Friday is during turkey season next year, finally. I talk to myself while hunting because sometimes I need expert advice. I hate turkeys on opening weekend. Got to have turkeys to kill turkeys.
It's not hunting. It's not killing, though. It's hunting.
Just remember that, juveniles.
Yeah.
Got to have turkeys to kill turkeys. 5 days in and nothing. It's been rough for me so far. Just one time I'd like there to be a turkey I could actually try to kill. Then boom! On April 9th, it happened. Finally, I was legit starting to panic a little bit with a week being a week in. There's nothing like this in the world. I was on my way out and he sounded off close. It took 2 calls to get him within 20 yards. He gave me some exercise that I didn't want to do by flopping to the bottom of a holler. Big boys like me aren't built for that. I can attest to that, Curtis.
Mm-hmm.
He was 23.4 pounds, 9.5 inch beard, and 7/8 inch spurs.
Okay.
With his eyes like his mama and chins like his dad. You know, I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I loved him as soon as I saw him.
Uh-huh.
A huge thank you to my wife for being superwoman and dealing with both kids this morning. I don't get to do the things I love without her being as awesome as she is. Later on the day, Curtis Rich updated his cover photo to him and the turkey he slayed. April 10th, 2020. Facebook memory. I can't remember the last time these turkeys were so difficult to deal with. This is only my 3rd time out. Parentheses laid up with a pulled muscle. But I can't seem to catch a break with them. They gobble good on the roost, fly down with hens, and shut up. For such little brains, they can drive you mad. To which he commented on, well, it looks like they gave me some fits last year as well. Shared a post on April 15th, 2020. Finally, I really panic when I can't get one early. This one came from a long ways and he was lovesick, let me tell you. It's relieving. Tell me about it, Lucas.
Lovesick. I don't know. He's out there. He's gobbling. He's, throwing chirps and all this shit out at him. He's beating wings. He's out there. He's calling them in from a distance. His turkey comes in. He's lovesick. He don't know it. He's been watching. He's been laid up all night. And all he can think about is that old gobbler.
What that might sound like.
Dude, I can't even do it.
Well, it's a relief getting the first one out of the way.
Yeah.
Just glad he came back in before I had to be at work. 24 pounds, 10-inch beard, and 1 1/8 inch spurs.
Mm-hmm.
To which he said, good times.
Yeah. Here's the thing. We're going to have to quit. I don't want to hear any more of it.
Turkey season's not over.
It is for us. I don't want to hear any more.
He
of it.
shared O.D. White's turkey.
Yeah.
Let's see. You know what I hate doing? Educating turkeys. I've been a good teacher this morning. Words to try to live by. Don't educate turkeys. Here's one. It says some folks hunt turkeys, then there are turkey hunters. One is a hobby, and one is a lifestyle. Well, we went a few days here. I'm really hoping this is just a bad morning, not the first gobble. Shared
Is this during the hunt that he's doing it?
Yeah. Shared a memory from April 25th of turkey hunting. Hey, shout out the North Springs Music Festival. Thank you for sharing that. In search of a turkey to kill. Anybody know where one is? Now, that's funny.
Yeah.
Asking for recommendations on
That's
Facebook.
funny.
That was funny. Saw a dead turkey on the side of the road. Maybe thank you, Curtis Rich. That's from Scarlet Gentry. Gina Spear is tagged him in a turkey video. Jesus Christ.
I'm glad he has something he likes.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms
That's funny, a turkey.
with a turkey.
That's probably enough.
Make wild turkeys plentiful again.
Yep.
It's a hat.
Can we let's move on.
Today's a little bittersweet. As of 30 minutes after sunset, turkey season is officially over. Oh, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse and this segment was going nowhere.
Uh-huh.
Despite the non-gobbling the first week, we had a decent season.
Yeah.
I killed one and missed one. Dad killed one, missed one.
Yep.
Called in 5 to gun range and got 2. Not great odds. You lose most and you win some.
Yep, 40%.
I love it more now than I ever have, and I can't wait until next year.
Well.
That was on May 16th.
Yep.
May 17th, I missed turkey season.
Ah, fuck. you know,
Boy likes turkeys.
he likes to, if you can't say, there was no defensible part in there for me. I couldn't come up with anything other than he likes turkeys.
But it stops after, May, it goes away. But oh shit. On June 4th, just seen a turkey strut and I instantly started trying to make it gobble. I miss it.
All right. All right.
You like what you like.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
And that's a friend of ours.
yeah, he is.
So you ever get on my bad side,
Yeah.
you just know I'm petty. I'm petty as shit.
Yeah.
That was just in fun. I like that boy.
Yeah.
If you're a pillhead trying to get on my porch, it's bad business.
It'll end a lot worse than
I'm telling you.
blasting you out on the podcast.
Yeah. Because we ain't going to talk about it. You're going to be dead.
Well,
and
actually,
hollering.
we did talk about it.
That was hypothetically.
Yeah. Yep. Allegedly.
Supposedly.
Supposed.
Oh,
But
Lord.
what was you going to say? All right, we started something before we had to roast Curtis Rich. Well, actually, before we had to take a pause break or something.
Oh, man. And that's just... You put me in a weird place by calling me out by making fun of Shaq.
Yeah.
I know my weird obsession. I don't need you to tell me about it. Just
Yeah.
like he didn't need me reading his 2 months worth of Facebook post. Let's just hit it right here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is not even funny stuff, but it could be all right. You play video games or board games?
Now,
I think you answer however the hell you want to
I
answer.
think
Lucas,
now-
is our podcast.
I think now, I would go for the board game.
Yeah. I'm not a... Yes. Board games is the answer for us now. Problem is, my kids have tempers. You could never...
Well, I wonder where that came from.
You could never...
I've seen you focus a what you go controller. I've seen you focus controllers against the wall multiple times. Floors.
Is focus the word you were trying to use there?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm too dumb to understand that. You're right.
Yeah.
Waylon used to have to let him win. At 6 years old, even you couldn't play checkers with him because he'd get pouty ass mad. You couldn't play. We try to look at that kid, little rose colored glasses sometimes. Like Bayless, Waylon never done that. Waylon did it.
Yeah,
he did.
right,
He did do it.
Uh-huh.
He did do it.
Yeah.
So board games, what's your go to?
Monopoly.
That's stupid. Never asked me to come over to play Monopoly. I'm not coming.
Why?
It takes too
Or
long.
Clue. We go Clue sometimes
Do you?
too.
I've never
We
played
go
that.
Mexican Train sometimes, which is
I've never had a Mexican train.
it's a domino game.
I've had a colored folk train, but I've never had a Mexican train.
I've also had the we play a lot of cards. Phase 10. We'll phase 10 you.
Yeah, you ever played that AC Doocy though
Yep, played AC Deuce.
with your kids?
Nope.
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think so. Well, listen here. I'm sorry, and I've been sorry for life.
Yeah.
That's my jam.
Yeah.
And I've learned that you can't knock Bayless off the board.
Okay.
If it comes down to it, I'll take one of my own pieces off the board if I knock Bayless off the board because he'll lose his shit, and it's not fun.
Uh-huh.
Guess who's a good Guess who is phenomenal?
Uh-huh.
It's not really considered a board game, I don't guess, but kind of is.
Kind of is. It's as much of a board game as Phase 10 or Mexican Train.
You're going to have to explain this Mexican train.
It's a
to me little
dominoes
bit
game.
more.
It's dominoes.
Dominoes.
Yeah.
I used to play a lot of dominoes that summer. I lived in Compton,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
out in
Yep.
Long Beach. I played a lot of
A lot of dominoes.
shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em up, shake 'em. Shake 'em in a circle of brothers and watch me break 'em with a 7. 7-11. 7-11. 7 even back door Little Joe. I pulled out the cash flow.
Yep.
What they scream?
I don't know.
Domino.
Oh, yep.
Nobody I know got killed in South Central LA.
That's good.
Today was Mama cooked a breakfast with no
Today
hog.
was a good day.
That's the greatest rap song probably ever.
Yeah.
Other than Nothing But a G Thing. And California Love. Today was a good. It's a top 3 rap song of all time.
Mhm.
Pulled out the jammy. Killed the poo nanny. And Ice Cube, I don't know if you know this about him. It runs deep. So deep. Put her to sleep.
I didn't know. I had no idea.
If you don't know, now you know. That's big.
Yep. Your rap knowledge is much more extensive.
You want to do a quiz? We'll do it right now. I don't care.
All I'm saying is you named probably all of the rap songs that I would even be able to come up with.
Okay, let's do this real quick.
No, let's just
Five-
continue on.
Five.
California Love, nothing
Shut,
but a
I ain't
G
talking about
thing.
that.
Okay.
I know the answers to this. I'm going to give you 5 real names and tell me who the rapper is.
Oh, I could get that, surely.
Okay. Christopher Wallace.
Biggie Small.
Awesome. Sean Carter.
Puffy.
No.
Oh, P. Diddy.
No.
Who'd you say? Sean Carter?
Yes.
That was a Jay-Z then.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Sean Combs is Puffy.
Yes. Tupac Shakur.
Tupac Shakur.
Okay.
Yeah. I know what his mother's name is, Afeni Shakur.
She was a Black Panther. Did you know that?
I did know that.
They say she's racist.
I would imagine.
I don't know.
If
I don't
she's
know.
Black Panther.
It's just
You owe me one more name.
Andre Young.
Andre 3000.
No.
Who is it?
Dr. Dre.
Oh, okay.
I think it's his last name.
That was 5.
Earl Simmons.
I have no idea who that is. Oh, DMX.
DMA.
Huh.
Calvin Broadus.
It's Snoop Dogg.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like to call him the SNOOP DOGY DOGSC.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
Yeah.
That's just me. All right, Nintendo or Sony?
PlayStation.
Yeah, that's
Sony.
Sony.
Yep.
Well, here's what I never had to do to
Nintendo. When's the last one? Nintendo 64 was the last one, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, you had the Wii.
Oh,
Don't tell me you never bowled.
Yeah, I was. Kara has a Wii.
They got the Switch now.
Mhm.
I mean, but
Kara has a Wii, and it is at her grandmother's house, and her grandmother will play bowling and
oh,
ping pong and
hell
stuff.
yeah,
from
well,
time
it
to
keeps her young.
time. Well, yeah.
Keeps her young. Keep levels out her arthritis a little bit until it
Yeah.
rains. Then it rains, and then that shit's just not. It's,
Out of the way.
Whatever. Here's this thing about Sony. I've never had to blow into a Sony for it to work,
Right.
so I go PlayStation.
Yeah.
Baseball or basketball?
Basketball all day long.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
You take that Cuban sport and take it somewhere else. I don't need it.
I ain't good at it.
I don't need a bunch of.
I ain't good at either one of them, but I'm not good at baseball.
Last thing I'm going to do with my busy schedules, sit down for 3 hours, watch a bunch of people from the Dominican.
Here's the other thing. About playing baseball. Who wants to stand in front of somebody pitching 100 mile an hour with a chance of getting brained by the ball that they're throwing at?
Not me.
Not me. Did you see the guy? We talked about the guy getting hit in the mouth with a 100 mile an hour fastball.
Yeah.
Who wants that shit?
Not me.
I ain't got time for that.
I never even played T-ball.
Yeah.
Never even played it.
Yeah.
I
I
wouldn't
played it.
even like Jeremy Hammer. Jeremy Hammer used to at least be in the yearbook
Yeah.
playing baseball.
Yeah.
That boy never even bunted. He wasn't he should have been a relief runner And that's all he should have
That's all
done.
he should have done.
They should have given Jeremy Hammer a pair of
pinch
pants.
runner.
He could have stood around with Clint Friday and said, "Good eye, hey, good eye."
Uh-huh.
I think they should have let Clint just stay in uniform, been like an assistant coach after he graduated. Just so he could say, "Good eye, good eye."
Yeah.
Golf or bowling?
I had a conversation with a friend of mine about golf the other night. I used to golf a lot.
Yeah.
I never was good at it.
No.
Now I would say bowling because I just cannot stand the thought of going out there and golfing.
Nothing.
There was he called me and said, "Hey, you should start going golfing with us again." I was like, "No, man, I don't want to." He said, 22 of us went today.
Whoa.
I was like, "That sounds worse. That sounds worse than like me and him going golfing." I might be like, "Well, maybe." But then he said 22 of us went, and I thought, "Well, no,
I don't even like going with 22 people on a side by side ride.
I don't want to do 22 other people of anything."
I've done 22 people, but
Yeah,
not at
Not
once.
once.
No, I
Right.
spread it out over time.
yeah,
I like bowling.
yeah. I'm a bowler now.
My wife doesn't like
I'm
to
not
go
good at it.
bowling. I love it.
Uh-huh.
I'll talk some shit when I bowl.
How many times have you broken 100?
Oh, at least once.
Oh yeah, once is the. If you ask me the question, once is the answer. I've broken 100 once.
What is like a top like? I think I've probably bowled over 100 a couple times.
That's not a good score, right? So I mean, it doesn't take a lot to break 100.
I've probably done that then.
Yeah, that's not a good score.
But see, I don't have a real good gauge anymore because
You put the bumper lanes up.
we
all
have
the
to.
time.
I got kids.
Right,
What are you gonna do? Break your kids' spirits? They'll never want to bowl.
right.
If you go up there and they go in the gutter all night,
right.
you know. This makes my ego that much bigger when I'm
Right.
over bowling like a 160 'cause it's
Mhm.
bouncing all over the place.
Yeah,
Yeah, I ain't a golfer. Running or walking?
I've ran 2 days in a row.
Well,
Yeah.
had some cattle out or what?
Nope. Just wanted to start running again.
Yeah, I saw myself.
Ran 2 miles twice.
Well, good for you.
Mhm.
In the outside.
Outside.
In
out
this
in the field.
fucking heat. This
Yeah.
heat you were.
Well, I
in.
done it early. It
Jesus,
wasn't so hot.
What's early? 4:30 in the
9.
morning. Not a soul in sight.
I did it at 9 o'clock both
Herman
days.
Brown's looking like a ghost town.
My speed, not good. I don't. It was a long time. Hey, you know what it is? It's really hot. Even at 9 o'clock, it's really hot.
Yeah, I'd say.
But I got 2 miles in 2
Well,
days in a row.
that's
I'm gonna do it again tomorrow.
I looked at myself in a reflection of a car window.
And you got
Oof.
and it's curved, so it makes it a little bit worse. But to some degree, it's the truth.
No, that's reality, brother.
Yeah.
That's reality.
Yeah.
I need to run or walk. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I could jog. I need to jog in place, jump some rope.
I did 2 miles today, and then come in to the garage and got on the treadmill and finished my hour on the treadmill, just doing like heart rate zone stuff.
Sure.
But you know how I had to start again because I could not. I'm so fat that my knees were begging me not to start.
I read Diamond Dallas Page said if for every 1 pound you lose, you release 4 pounds off your knees.
My knees were begging me to get lighter prior to starting running, but I couldn't. So I went and bought 2 knee braces to start running yesterday. I went and bought them and thought, I'm going to take them home and I'm going to start running. And I went and got them and I brought them home and I ran 2 miles.
And that's really good. No cap,
What's that mean?
as the kids say. I really don't know. I think it means like no lie. So I'm
I
probably
don't get it.
no cap.
Okay.
Pretty stupid, really. Kids talk pretty dumb.
They talk a little sus as far as I can tell.
Oh, yeah. Deaf.
Yeah.
Singing or dancing?
Singing.
If I could sing, man, they never get me off stage.
Yeah.
I'd just be collecting panties.
want
I'd just be
to
collecting panties.
I want to be able to sing.
Me
I've never
too.
thought,
So
man, I
bad.
wish I could dance.
Why do you think I put on these concerts? I'm living vicariously through
I
these
know.
folks.
I get it. That's
But
all
dancing like I can dance. Listen,
I can.
I
drunk
can't dance. Brianna, one time when we lived together, when I used to go out there and dance the window of the wall with girls,
Yeah.
and I knew I was terrible at it.
Yeah.
So I would just be stupid sometimes. And Brianna's like, "What would be like? What's your go-to dance move? Like if you were really dancing out there because you don't dance. Most of the time I would just people watch.
Yeah.
If I wanted to get girls in college, I had to depend on a whole new other skill set
Yeah.
other than dancing. I wasn't a good talker yet. I developed the ability to talk way too late in life when it probably wasn't necessary. shouldn't be able to.
Not
use it.
necessary at that point.
Yeah,
no.
I probably wasted that trait years
Mhm.
later, not knowing how to not give a shit. But dancing, I put a rabbit suit on and danced in front of my kids, and I had some moves. They put me in silly situations. I'm a dancer, son.
Mm-hmm.
Because I ain't worried about really trying to dance.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've got to get some. You know, I've got to be lubricated to dance in.
Yeah.
You know, and it ain't gonna be pretty. You know, it ain't like I'm going to attract anybody off the wall to come help me. This ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I've seen your dance move.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah,
It's that.
that's it. Right.
That's that.
Yeah.
That's a nice move.
I mean it.
It's not the Fraley Shuffle, but
Right.
it's decent. It's decent. TV shows or movies?
Movies. I would a lot prefer movies because it's over in an hour and a half. It's over. You know,
Shit,
with a
you're
TV show. Speaking of television shows, tonight's
It's a lie. It's not debuting Yellowstone.
yeah.
Apparently, that's a lie. I
Why?
saw Billy Mack from the radio say that it's not really. It's a fake. It's a fake date that's been thrown out there.
Really,
It's heartbreaking.
that is a little heartbreaking. I believed it. Kara told me yesterday, and I believed it.
I've had June 20th on my mind for 3 months at
Yeah.
least.
I hate that.
I don't really like.
Anyway,
I don't-
I go television shows because they don't break your heart like that either. I mean, I go movies because they don't break your heart like television shows just did.
Yeah. I hadn't watched any movies in years.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch movies anymore.
Right.
I don't know what it is. I watch a lot of movies, but I can quote you any 90s movie.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Chips, Dazed and Confused, Varsity Blues.
I would be a lot closer to telling you about a book that I've listened to on Audible than I would be about any movies.
We just lost 5 subscribers.
I've listened to 76 books since last April.
I've not read 76 books in my life.
I've listened to 76 since last
I
April.
don't know if I've read 76 news articles in my life.
I've listened to 18 since March.
I don't have 18 podcasts in my library.
Yeah, I don't either. But I have listened to 18 books. That's 18 books that is more than 12 hours long. Each one of them is more than 12 hours long.
You know how guys in high school,
Since March.
if you're creepy and cringy, if you exaggerate your sexual
Mhm.
partner's number,
Mm-hmm.
I hope you just done that.
Here you
The
go.
Books.
Look
I hope
here.
you don't. I have not. I hope one of my best friends has not read that many books.
Here's the thing.
Listening time: 1 month, 11 days, 4 hours, and 48 minutes, and that's in the last win total.
I don't know how long that's been.
I hope you exaggerated that number.
I can't exaggerate that number. That's just is what it is.
Well, it's something.
Mhm.
No, that's really cool.
Yeah.
It is. I wish I could have the.
You know, I listened to 80 hours in April. 80 hours of April. I listened to books.
Sorry about that, blow.
That's all right.
No blows.
That's all right.
Well, my next one would be novels or comic books,
Novels.
obviously.
Yep.
Fishing or gardening?
Gardening.
Really?
Yes.
You're a gardener?
No, but I would prefer to do that over fishing.
Yeah. In theory, I like fishing, except for I don't like any of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that.
If you were in touch with your emotions, would you blog it or would you write it in a diary?
I'd write it in the diary.
So, because you're a private person, you
I'm
don't want,
very
you're not
private.
a damn blogger.
Mhm.
You don't want everybody to know, except for doing a 90-minute podcast every week.
Right. 1,012 hours and 48 minutes I've listened to of books in this amount of time, or whatever amount of time this tells me about.
That's a lot.
It seems like a lot, doesn't it?
Simple. Whew. Yoga or parkour?
Yoga. You gonna be jumping across the damn roof to roof? I'm gravitationally challenged. I ain't gonna be trying to do no backflips and shit. I need to be on the ground. That's why I'm gonna do yoga.
You need some hot yoga, Luke.
We can do hot yoga right now.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is Hot Yoga Studio.
We
This
can
is not
do
a
it.
podcast studio anymore. It's a Hot Yoga Studio.
Yeah.
My God. My eyes are starting to hurt.
Yeah, you're in bad shape, and it looks like it's gotten considerably worse since we started. Actually, in the last 20 minutes, it's gotten much worse. I think the heat has really gotten to you. So let's do like 2 more.
No, that's it.
That's all of them.
Shout
What's
out to
good?
my boy Mackie for going to the
Love you,
NASCAR
Mackie.
today. He sent me a picture with Bernard Pollard.
Yeah, go left.
And
Run
Bernard said, "Boy, I thought you was my boy Dustin walking up here."
hard.
People going to quit putting his hate, thinking I look like Jeremy Mackie.
It's pretty neat that Bernard Pollard knew you though.
Yeah, we tied him by a screw.
Mm-hmm.
We need to get Bernard back on here.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's a great interview. He's in this NASCAR life. Believe
That's
it or not.
awful.
It is. Hey, but boy, Jeremy's looking good. Lost 30 pounds.
Jeremy did.
Looking good, son.
Bam. Show me a picture of him in a minute.
Wearing his Bush jersey.
I'll take it.
Wearing his Bush jersey NASCAR. Because where in the hell else you going to wear that Bush jersey?
So way you go.
I showed Daddy today. I was down visiting with Rick for Father's Day. He said, that's all right. That's all right. I like old Mackey's jersey there. That's all right. Bush.
Why,
baby.
yeah.
So happy Father's Day. I didn't text anybody because we're dudes. We don't really do that. But
Yeah.
happy Father's Day to all my friends out there that are fathers. You guys
Mhm.
are,
I got offered a Happy Father's Day. You know, if you're a father today by somebody, I said, I am. Proud of it. Got 2 beautiful little boys.
well, here's the thing.
Tell me.
It's not possible without us. You know,
Right.
somebody can go get that, what's it called when they put it up in them? But,
Artificial.
artificial insemination.
Mhm.
But here's the thing. You don't know whose semen you're getting. You don't know if you're going to have an ugly kid. You have a kid with me and Lucas. You know what me and Lucas have? Good-looking kids.
Yeah.
You get us, you'll be like, hey, we're putting some fine genetics in this world.
Yep.
We got some blue-eyed babies.
Beautiful little boys.
I got one blue-eyed, but that's just how it is.
None of my kids are blue-eyed.
Okay, well,
Eli is. Yeah, I guess Eli kind of is.
that's one of your kids.
Yeah, that's
too.
true. I
So,
was lying.
but really, shout out to all the fathers today, to Rick and Coel, and to everybody else, all of our buddies that listen to this, even our buddies that don't, because some of our best friends.
Some of them are fathers too. Some of our best friends don't care about this.
That's where I was going with that.
Yep.
Our
There you
very
go.
best friends don't listen to this shit. Neither should you probably, but you're glad you do. And tell your friends, hey, I want you, if you listen to this podcast, I want you to go unsubscribe to this and subscribe again. Rate us 5 stars. Leave us a comment.
Yes.
Y'all been slacking.
Make sure though that you do that resubscribe that part.
That's the key to that. Don't
Yeah.
unsubscribe and don't hit
unsubscribe.
resubscribe.
You gotta resubscribe.
Make sure you do that. We'll get
Yep.
some.
Yep.
Y'all been
And-
slacking. You ain't been leaving us no comments. And look at it. We're thirsty for comments, as the kids say.
We're a thirst trap right now.
Yeah, that's what we are.
We're gonna start an OnlyFans and start charging $5 a month.
And I hate, and I feel like if the Cash Me Outside girl can be a millionaire within 6 minutes, we can get at least enough to pay for this podcast a month.
You'll see my tits. Yeah.
see- do we have to show our tits enough to get $40 a month to pay for this podcast? Surely,
That's all I'm
God. That's all we're saying. We're not asking for anything. And God knows I don't like to do any self-promotion advertising. By the way, you can get your North Springs Music Festival tickets at eventbrite.com. And you can listen to me this Wednesday morning at 7:30 on 102.1 Country FM, promoting the North Springs Music Festival, found on www.eventbrite.com. Search North Springs Music Festival 2. They're $35.
And garage sale.
And the Sweet Bells Farm Sale. Tickets are not available yet. They are available at the gate. And I love to see you beautiful people in October, and I love to see you guys next week as you listen to another great journey of stories and friendship on the One Lane Road podcast with Lucas Gene Hickman, Dustin Roger Elliott Kennedy. We love you. Happy Father's Day.
And one more thing, if anybody's doing the 5K in Cookeville next weekend, tell Dustin so he can tell me, so I can decide whether I'm going to do it or not.
Yeah, prayers and love that you guys that are doing that in this heat.
Yeah, it's 6. It's going to start at 6 p.m. So
6 p.m.
Yeah, it's hot time. It's hot time. Anyway, let Dustin know so I know if I can do it or if
Crazy
I'm going to do it or not.
Ruckers.
All right, love you, everybody.